Known him and his family for a long time. You know, Stephen used to work with my brother-in-law, and I remember the day that his mum was at my house with my mum having a cup of coffee, and you know, she was saying how Stephen wanted to play AFL football and all this, and you know, I hadn't really met Stephen much. I knew of him, and I gave her a pair of boots, and you know, you hear it all the time about, you know, every parent would love their son to play AFL that's involved in football, but you know, before we knew it, he was #3 draft pick.
#3 pick in 08, All-Australian at the under-18 level. A beautiful left foot kick, look at that. Straight as, this guy's got composure and poise, Jerry.
He's a modest type of guy, and always, you know, but he works hard, and he's very professional. And you know, at the age of maybe 28, that he's played 200 games, I think he's got a lot more ahead of him. I started following him in the state 18s and so on, and yeah, look, obviously there's a lot of debate whether he'd get picked up at 3 or Daniel Rich, and I'd say we made the right pick.
And beautifully finished off too by Hill.
He's a skinny boy back then, and I think he'll still leave the club as a skinny boy, but you know, saying that, he's like he sort of heads down, bum up, work hard, earn the respect of the player group, which he certainly did. When Stephen was living with me, I sort of tried to promote that professional lifestyle. I knew at that point, like, giving as much advice to Stephen and the other young players would only fast-track them. And the culture stems back from the leaders past, you know, that have previously been at the club. Dale Kickett, Winston Abraham, Scotty Chisholm, the likes of that have set the bar, and then, you know, Troy Cooks, Des Headlands that are, you know, continually had leadership qualities to bring other young boys through, and you know, put their arm around at times, and then also, you know, let the boys know what's required at the level that they're playing. I don't think there was one moment. You know, it sort of gradually builds, and you know, he gets the opportunity, he managed to win the ball inside and outside for his frame, which was really strong. But I think one of the great moments is that goal against Geelong when he, you know, came off the boundary.
Somehow off the interchange bench and into his hands.
I think that's some of his really eye-catching moments, is when he, you know, runs and carries and bounces and, you know, kicks those goals after 3 or 4 bounces.
This to send them into a home preliminary final for the first time in their history.
They're the moments that stand out when I think about Stephen Hill as a footballer.